Hello my friends, welcome to today's quick tip video. In this video I am going to show you how I created a very interesting background using the glossy side of photo paper. That's right, I said the glossy side. I came across this by accident. I was creating a background for another painting, and I dropped a small piece of photo paper on top of it and it fell glossy side down. When I lifted it, I noticed that the pattern that was left on the glossy side of photo paper was really interesting. So I started playing and I created the background that you saw in the beginning of the video, where I did a painting of a pine cone and a pine branch and the needles. And I figured I would use this. I would, number one, share it with you, and then I was going to use this for the center of the card that I created using watercolor paper, alcohol ink markers, and a micron pen. So I selected some fall colors. They are honeycomb, poppy field, willow, and sunset orange. And this is just a piece of scrap paper that I used. Well, actually, I was trying to create another background, but I waited too long and the ink started to dry, so it didn't transfer nicely. And I don't think my color choices were too good either. But I'm going to reuse that little piece of paper. So you can see here I'm putting down the ink on the glossy side randomly. And I may have used a little bit too much ink, but again, I was afraid that it would dry too quickly and that the same thing that happened on the scrap piece would happen on this. So once I have all my ink down, I take glossy side and put it to glossy side. So it's glossy to glossy. And I press it down, and once I lift it, I've transferred the image to two pieces of paper. So now I have two backgrounds. And you can either dry it with your blow dryer or just let it dry naturally. So here I'm just removing the excess ink. And then I wanted to see if I could get that pebbly effect that I like in my backgrounds when I use the matte side. So I took my mini mister and I gave it a couple of squirts to see if I could replicate that look on the glossy side. And at first I didn't think that it was working, so I took my blow dryer and figured I would just finish drying the piece of paper. But as it dried, I noticed that I was getting a little bit of that effect. It doesn't work as well as it does on the matte side, but it did work a little bit. So I thought I'd spray some more alcohol on it and get more of the look, but that didn't work. So I just used my blow dryer, finished drying the paper, and then because it would be nice to have written a message on there for the card, like happy birthday or welcome back, get well soon, whatever. But my calligraphy skills leave a lot to be desired. I've been practicing, but it's not that great. So I opted to use a micron pen and create a repetitive pattern on the photo paper. So I'm just drawing vines with leaves and berries. And what's nice about using the glossy side is that the ink from the micron pen flows beautifully on it. Can you all hear my dog snoring in the background? Okay, so here it is finished. You can see it's very simple, but it's cute. And I also used a micron pen to create a little border around it. And now I'm going to adhere it to my card. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but I created the card using alcohol ink markers and a micron pen. And the paper is a watercolor paper that I mentioned in my previous video. So all the supplies used in this video will be listed in the description box along with links. So take a look if you're interested in knowing more about the products you see me use, or perhaps purchasing them for yourself. So I've taken a glue stick and rubbed it all over the back of my little piece of photo paper, and I'm just smashing it, smushing it on there to make sure it sticks well. So this was really easy, and what I like most about it is how that glossy paper looks against the matte watercolor paper. I hope that you give this a try, and if you'd like to share it with me, You can drop a picture of your painting in the comment section of this video on my Facebook page, Vival Vintage Designs. I would really like to see what you come up with. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.